All right, guys. So again, looking at the different car engines, I wanted to go ahead and show you how there are also a lot of differences between the different cars. So this is our minivan. It's a Honda Odyssey, and pretty much we looked at the Dodge Caliber in class. It has a different engine structure than pretty much any other car out there. So you've seen pretty much a video of the Chevy that I showed you guys. I showed you guys the fluid compartments. They're actually set up in different places. So I'll show you this particular engine and its own setup and all that good stuff. So let's look quickly at this. So look at this already. You see this big old hose that seems to be holding, what is this? By now you should know that this is the air intake manifold system that has an air filter inside of it. So when it's time for me to change the air filter in this particular vehicle, I'll take out this sensor. This is supposed to be like a mass airflow sensor of some kind. And I'll remove this, I forgot what they call this, bracket or something that holds this together. I take this out. Now I'm able to pop this open. In the case of this, they use screws to hold it. If you notice, in the case of the Dodge in the building, they used some kind of a clip that you just pop open and that's it. Honda decided that they wanted to do too much, so they went with that, particular structure. Look, I'm missing a screw here. That's not good. Anyways, you also have in here your battery. Compared to the Chevy, the battery is in the trunk. So you have a battery here. You have your positive and your negative terminals. These are gonna basically, these are your, connected to your battery cables that send power into the car. Right smack dab in the middle, you have the engine. Engine block is right here, and guess what? Look at where that engine oil compartment is in this particular one. It's just very different, but you know what to look out for. It tells you SAE 5W20. That's the weight of the oil, so you don't need to scratch your brain or rack your brain. That's basically where your oil goes into. The dipstick is right here for this vehicle. Over here is your windshield wiper fluid, and this is, I think, your power steering fluid. If I'm right, I don't even know where the indicator is for this. Yada, 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 yada. I guess if you read carefully, you'll see what it's for and all of that good stuff. Now, your brake fluid goes back here. Remember, in our Dodge Caliber in the class, we have that, little compartment where the engine oil goes to. So that's something that you could take a look at. And then finally, the big question you're wondering is where your coolant goes. I know you were asking that question, where's the coolant? And the interesting thing with this car is the coolant actually goes right here, close to the radiator compartment. Now, you don't put your radiator fluid in here, which is your coolant, you put it in this. So this is a reservoir that transfers the fluid into the radiator system. So this you can open, put your fluid in, regardless of whether the car is hot or not. In fact, we just got back from going to go get something, and the engine right now is still a little warm. I mean, these are plastic components, so that's supposed to cover the engine at least, so that you don't go touch the metal parts, because they will burn you. And so these are some of the things that you got to look out for. So that's where this one's hidden. So every car is structured differently. Now over here is these look like fluid fuse boxes to me. I don't want to open anything right now. Remember, I told you guys we bought this car as a used vehicle, so I don't bother touching anything unless it's broken. But again, you get to see another car engine in real life, one that I drive. And I'm sure, your parents, their cars that they drive as well will have different structures depending on the brand, the make and model. If your parents have a Honda Odyssey, then you're more than likely, depending on the year, depending on the make and, the model or whatever, you're going to see something very similar. In fact, they'll make these cars where they'll have like 5 years of production and they'll have a lot of similarities. So that's something you can kind of, be guaranteed that you're going to see similar components being placed in similar places, similar ways to make changes or repairs, or to, add your fluids and all of that stuff. All right, take care.